Here we go. So, let's do some gold coaching then. So, do you want to tell
Yep.
me what you want to focus this session on?
As I was saying earlier, take all of this with the grain of salt that this is coming from a gold level mentality.
Yes.
So what I think might be the problem may not actually be the problem.
No, 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 no. I understand.
So
I will correct you. It's fine. No
in
problem.
particular, if you don't mind, I'd like to go over like maybe two replays.
Hmm?
One of them is actually one of my friends who's a plat level Zerg.
Okay.
And my typical playstyle versus Zerg is actually to go mech. I do like a weird take off of Gumiho's build, but
Okay.
level, and because I do some things differently, it's not really his build. And I go bio sometimes. I would say maybe it's like a third of the time I can beat
Okay.
him when I go bio,
Okay.
but I
So,
can't beat him when I go mech.
so that's the first thing I would say is you maybe shouldn't vary it up too much. You should try to
Okay.
stick to one thing, like mixing it up like that. I mean, if you're playing the same guy over and over, I get why you want to do that, but as like a way of learning the game, it really makes it a lot more difficult because you have so many more things to consider. Like because
All
learning
right.
learning the variations of one build and how to react to everything with one build is gonna be totally different when you do another. Totally, especially if you go from bio to mech. Like it's basically like playing another race at that point. So probably I would stick to bio for now. If you really want to play mech, you can do it. But
Okay.
if I were you, I would stick to bio for now. That's what I'm saying.
I see. Like the thing is that I play mech like actually on ladder.
Okay.
Um, my my go-to playstyle. But I cannot beat this guy with my normal playstyle, so that's the only reason why I go bio.
Yeah.
um, if we can go over that replay, and it felt like I was just playing from behind the entire game because of early regression. Perhaps I just didn't defend very well. But I was wondering if I could ask you, in that game,
The best
did I
thing we do
have an
is
opportunity for a comeback?
we will
And
let's not analyze everything beforehand. It's totally useless. Let's jump in and we'll go over
all right,
everything there. Because if we start analyzing
certainly.
now, it's useless. So let's just hop in and actually look at it.
Yeah, certainly. So hop into the replay or
Yeah,
hop into a game?
hop into the replay. See if you can find it. Great. Now make me host so I can actually control the replay.
Sorry about that.
Wait, no, no, that's fine. It's fine. We're doing it in the lobby. It's fine. So
Okay,
if you right click my name,
promote
there we
to
go.
lobby
So I
host.
can actually control the replay and pause it and when
Absolutely.
whatever we have to
If you
do.
don't mind, was a TVP question. One thing at a time.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're not gonna have to ask very many questions in the actual game because I'm gonna see you actually play, which is gonna be a lot more telling than anything else really. So I can probably draw my own conclusions from that usually. Slow loading time. What is up with Battle.net today?
Yeah, I have no idea. Any thoughts on BlizzCon?
Uh,
Who do you think's
uh,
gonna win?
I think Rogue's gonna win.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, he pretty much beat everyone in the super tournament. And I was like, yeah, I think Terran is kind of a bad spot right now. That's controversial, but yeah, like it doesn't affect me or my level. I want to make that totally clear. But I think in the highest level right now,
Yeah, the
Terran is
pro level is something else entirely.
yeah, it's very different. I mean, we can do like there's always a million mechanical mistakes players of mine, and especially your skill level make that we can correct. You should never really blame balance. Okay. So the gas is a tiny bit late, but I think I don't really know what you did there. Oops. Are you dropping? No.
I'm back up right now.
Okay.
I
Nice.
think, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Okay, that scout is way too early. You're losing way too much
Wait.
eco by doing that.
Okay.
So that's the first thing we can note of one. I usually don't scout until the Reaper with against Zerg, and if you don't make a Reaper, then you can scout as a barrack. Uh, this is way you lose too much eco by scouting this early. It's not worth
Okay.
it. And also you're not gonna get any information. You're too early. Like maybe
Yeah.
like
That scout, it was really in response to a Ravager rush sometimes, but
oh yeah,
and
but if you scout after barracks, you actually see the Ravager rush in time as well to stop it. And also now you're sacrificing eco, which makes it harder to hold. So that is something. Yeah, never do
all
that.
right.
Never do that.
So I guess next time I'll just queue up the scout straight from the
Yeah,
command center.
yeah, or you send out the SCV building the barracks. That works too. So when he's done building the barracks, he goes out to scout. That also works. Or after in TVC, it's usually fine to scout after barracks. In the other two matchup, I do scout after supply depot because they are a bit more volatile. Like there's really nothing Sir can throw at you usually that early, except the Ravager Rush. But I almost never see it anymore. So that's a metagame call. Absolute
Yeah.
earliest is after supply depot.
The thing here is that I think it fell out of the meta because people are figuring out how to hold it.
Yeah.
I can't hold it.
If you're making a blind bunker there,
Yeah,
it's a bit early.
that may be a mistake, but I build a blind bunker there because I won't have much
Yeah.
other army.
So you're building two Reapers. That's kind of odd in this
That
matchup.
was a mistake.
Okay.
It should have been
No,
a marine.
if I know, that's fine. Yes, you're going into mech from here. So do you have any plans with any sort of pressure with this build, or do you try to get up to a quick 3 base? Right? What's your plan?
So my plan is to get up to 2 factories, which I'm at 2 factories.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna try to get an armory for like +1 attack, and then try to move out with some Hellions and Cyclones around 6 minutes ish.
Okay.
And then if that backtrack and then either build Thors if I see Mutalisks, or build tanks if I see Hydra or Roach.
Okay. Uh, yeah, that sounds okay in theory. Now let's look at the execution.
Yeah, it sounds okay in theory, but
Yeah.
I don't get anything accomplished.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. So let's talk about this again. I've talked about this in every single one of my coaching sessions, but let's talk about this again because I think it's very important. And that's how the Serg economy works. So the Serg economy works very differently from Protoss and Terran in that as Terran and Protoss, you make workers throughout the whole game and army, right? You make army and workers, right? Constantly out of your CCs
Yeah.
and your production facilities. Same thing with Protoss, right? But Zerg have larvae, and those larvae are used to make both army units and worker units. So every army unit you force out of the Zerg is not a drone. That's the way you have to think about it. So even if you put pressure on, and he builds, let's say, however many, let's say he builds 20 roaches to hold on, well, that's still 20 roaches that aren't drones, right? So in a sense, you've still done damage, right? You want to make sure that he can't just drone up.
So in other words, I need to put on, and that may very well be the mistake in this game. But I just feel like I can't put any pressure.
You have Hellions. Like if I were you, like yeah, I understand it's hard to micro Hellions where you want to do your build and stuff like that. But like if you
Mhm.
any build you make Hellions this early, like push out with your 4 Hellions because unless you mess up really badly, you're not gonna lose them, right? They're fast.
That's actually a really good point. The thing here is that like my gut reaction is to hide the Hellions because I want that first push to be
Yeah,
more of a
no,
surprise.
I
But
think
the thing here is he already scouted it, and any Zerg, this
any like
he's already seen the two factories.
that's not realistic that you're gonna be able to hide them. Like you like.
Gotcha.
I feel like you're almost making an assumption that your opponent is bad, and you should never do that. Like a third player should always have an overlord like outside, and should always have seen it. Like you're never gonna be able to hide it against a good third player. Like it's just not gonna be
Gotcha.
possible. So don't like just cross your fingers and hope he doesn't scout it and then move out. And, like yeah, hope I win the game. It's
Yeah.
like no, it should be up to you. Like you shouldn't like wait for your opponent to make a mistake. You need to win the game, right?
That's a good point. And
Like
yeah,
like
because
I
before
have so for
before
example my build I do. Let's take this as an example. I do a Hellbat push at 5 minutes, and even if they scout it, I still usually do some damage. And that's the way I like to do it. And even if I don't, I
mm,
pick up and leave and force out some units, right? And then I know all the responses, right? If he goes roaches, I just go into double tank. If he does this, I do this. Like I want to control the game, right? But if I just cross my fingers and hope he doesn't scout something, like yeah, that's maybe fine in one game in a best of five, but it's not gonna give you any rank. Like it's not gonna be good in the long run. Right? So yeah, you're
it's still not doing anything.
trying really hard to hide these, and he's seen them. So pointless.
Upgrade complete.
I should have been pushing out. Everything is delayed.
Yes, you have a third at about the right
The
time.
add-on
Like
has been completed.
a lot of gas.
Mineral field has
Which
been
not really
depleted.
spending. Should probably start tank production now. Yeah, so usually when there's this many speedlings, you just run. You don't try to micro.
Oh, okay.
Because the speedlings are actually exactly as fast as a Helene. So if you just run, they won't catch up. But when there's that many, like if there's a few, you can usually micro and kill them, but that's too many. So you just have to run. That's the thing with Hellions. Nothing really catches up to them. So if you control them well, you shouldn't lose them. Yeah, so if he just goes roaches now, he should smash this. Because you don't have any tanks.
Add-ons complete.
Yes, your macros are kind of slipping a lot, actually. There you go.
Mineral field depleted.
Yeah, so these should be Hellbats now, probably. Yeah, there you go.
Mineral cluster depleted.
Yeah, I just don't feel like you have a plan. I feel like and now you have
Yeah,
one.
at this point, I was just like, I need to survive.
Yeah, it's like I don't play mech, but it's like you need a tank count a bit higher at this point.
Been upgraded.
Okay.
Yeah, because your tank count is way too low. I mean, the reason I sort of recommend Bio as well is because it doesn't mech doesn't work versus Protoss, right? I mean, you could try.
Play
but-
mech against Protoss.
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
More supply depot.
As soon as the Protoss know what to do, they just smash you. The Immortal is such a counter. Like, the Immortal has no counter with mech. Like, if they just make Immortals, you're screwed.
Okay, so at this point in time, the game's already lost.
Additional supply depots are required.
It's not looking good, but I want to. Well, yeah, you don't have a third base. Yeah, you're lost.
Yeah, we can end the replay now.
That's fine. Yeah, so those first four Hellenes should have pressured. That's the first thing. And then, like, you need to start to build up your tank count earlier if you want to play mech. Because really, like, you're not gonna be able to hold on against Roach Hydra unless you have a shit ton of tanks. Like, Thors aren't gonna do crap. Right? They're really bad.
Sorry, I'm just kind of taking notes here, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so usually
All right, so takeaways are I need to push with Hellions
I usually
because
always
there's no
push out.
point in hiding.
Yeah, there's no point in hiding.
Because Zerg that is is gonna scout this anyways.
Yeah, a good Zerg will always scout it. So no point.
Perhaps not even a good Zerg, just a halfway competent Zerg.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much.
Okay. And then that at least puts some pressure, forces larva into army units and not, um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then earlier tank production.
Yeah, you need to start that up. So, uh, usually what I've seen some builds where you go double reactor, but you didn't build any cyclones, which is usually good to
Hmm.
mix in a few. Like if you do a follow-up push at like 6 minutes or whatever, because the first four Hellions, when are they gonna be out? Like 3.5 minutes? I'm not sure. I'm not sure the exact timing of it, but they're gonna be out.
Okay.
They're gonna push it pressure. If you can get some drones, that's great. If you can't, you go home, you force out some units, and then you push again at 6 minutes. And then they're gonna have just that little bit less of an economy because you pushed out earlier, right? Just relentless pressure. That's what it's about.
Must.
But
Okay.
you had a nice third timing, so keep that
All
third
right.
timing because that was good. But yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
getting the tank
That.
count up, and then then you really need to feel out the game because like mech versus Zerg is really like you need to find a perfect moment to push. You don't want Zerg to get out to that late game army with Vipers and shit because that's pretty nasty. Um, so you wanna try to get a good like 3 base timing in or something. Like I don't play mix. I don't have too much experience with that, but
Yeah.
but definitely if you can have constant pressure in some way, send Hellions around or something. If
I
you're
feel like at the highest level, like bio is just superior to mech. The problem is that sometimes like bio takes a lot of army control. Otherwise, they kind of just die to banglings. And that's why I was hesitant to do
Yeah,
that.
it is
I
kind of
used to do.
true, but I usually don't like make because I feel like the onus is sort of on my opponent to mess up. I just like with tanks you just
Ah.
siege up, cross your fingers, and hope it just runs in and dies pretty much. That's how I feel, and I just
They
don't
run into siege tanks.
like
Yeah.
it's just against my like personality type or whatever. I like to have control over things. I like to be the one
Mm,
who pushes in your face with bio right and splits and then wins the game.
fair
I don't
enough.
like make it so sit back and I just don't like that. But yeah, so you need to build up the tank count earlier. Also, I feel like it's not gonna matter because you're pretty soon gonna have to like as soon as you get up to plat or whatever you're gonna have to play bio versus protos if you really want to have any
Gotcha.
unless you
Speaking
want to
of
have a
which,
real uphill battle. But yeah,
this is a second replay if you don't mind,
yeah, no.
and I'll promote you to host.
Like honestly, like if you play mech here, I'm just gonna tell you to play bio. Like I'm not gonna coach you and play mech versus Protoss because I think it's a waste of time. Honestly, like
Okay.
it's not like it's. I know people who can make it to Master League with mech, but oh my god, they have such an uphill battle. Like you wouldn't realize. Like, and I'm like, what do you do if they make immortals? Well, the trick is you just hope they don't make immortals, and I'm like, that's stupid.
A
So
moral archon just crushes your army.
yeah, the charge lot. It's just oh my god. Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, well, this game, actually, if you ever watch my TVP, I never go mech,
You know.
so I guess that's just one thing. Um, have a decent time against Protoss, unless something like this happens. So maybe you can speak to this.
Yeah, let's have a look. So the reason, well,
You're
the
going to need
the reason I sort of like bio is because you can do pretty much the same opening in all three matchups right now, which is
our
super nice.
SCVs are under enemy fire.
Okay.
Opening would be what, Reaper expand or what?
Yeah, guess first. Reaper expand like 1-1-1.
And that works in TVT too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Okay. Um,
You can do
okay.
double
My
gas, but
TVT is definitely different.
The
Although I
command
don't
center
feel like
building
I
is
have
ready.
such a problem with TVT. Even when I lose, I'm just like, okay, I know why I lost, and I'm much more
yeah, no, I usually
in
open
TVT.
double gas in PvT, but you can absolutely do uh, gas first. One gas opening. It's fine.
In TBT, I do double Reaper and then Cyclone.
Yeah, that's what I do. So that's fine. Probably
The
don't
add-on
have to
has been
adjust
completed.
anything there. But it's usually
I was
for beginners. It's nice. You can have the same sort of opening in all three matchups. It's pretty nice.
no,
But yeah, yeah.
I have.
Obviously, if you do Mick, it's totally different.
Yeah.
So yeah, your SCV production is it's very sloppy
The
here actually.
command center has
So
been
have a look at
upgraded.
that. You need constant.
Can you elaborate?
Well, no, it's not much to elaborate on. It's just that CC should always be making SCVs.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
it's not much
Yeah,
to
I agree
say.
with you conceptually.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Definitely
it's
true.
that like there's no tricks there. It's just remember to make SCVs. Pretty much.
Sorry, when you said production, I didn't know you meant SCV production, but yeah, definitely agreed.
Making SCVs. Yeah. CC is not.
I know what I should be doing. It's just like just remembering to do it.
No, no. Try maybe one or two games where you pretty much only focus on that. That really helps. Like so you realize what it takes to get that done. Because sometimes it's hard to conceptualize what it actually means to make SCVs all the time. So yeah, this build is kind of okay. It's very this build you're doing is pretty aggressive, as you know. If you go three barracks before expand, that's pretty aggressive. So with this, you really need to do some damage, just so you know.
Additional supply depots are required.
'Cause usually what I do is I go up
That's
to
going
3
to
base
take
from 2 barracks.
Add-ons complete.
So, in case you're wondering, the two Marines moving out right now, that's not intentional. That was a
Oh
misclick.
yeah. I pretty much got that.
The add-on has been completed.
Yeah, that's pretty okay thus far, except for the SCV
Our
production.
forces are under attack.
Yeah, the SCV production is really the big thing here.
Add-ons complete.
You have an upgrade started, a stim started.
Liberation is at hand.
I maybe would go 2 tech labs here instead of 2 reactors and 1
Two
tech lab.
tech labs and one reactor.
Yeah, like you want to get marauders.
Sack both of them for an earlier
We
third.
have met the enemy in combat.
Well, one of them. Usually,
One of them. Okay.
Usually, you should go up to 3 bases on 2 barracks. So you can, otherwise you can't get that stim started. That's the problem.
Sorry, let me jot that down in my notes.
But yeah, you're doing some harass here. It's really nice.
A mineral field
This
has
is
been
really how you should be
activated.
playing versus Zerg, honestly. You can play like
Okay.
you can play like this versus Protoss as well. It's totally fine. But this sort of playstyle really wrecks. The tank is sort of weird as well. The tank is a really weird unit in this matchup. It's good in the mid game, but it really falls off late game. So
In late game, I should if the Protoss plays standard, which I guess would be Storm and then Colossi.
yeah,
To
I
me,
think so.
that's standard. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's that's
Um, Heavier on Marauders. Is that right?
well,
Be like
if he makes it
medevac
there,
Marauder.
I don't unless you have like if he actually makes it there, you're pretty screwed. Honestly, that requires
Okay.
ghosts, ranged liberators, and like a fuck ton of micro. So I don't know if we should necessarily let him
Kill
make
the
it there.
Protoss before then.
Probably, if he gets both Colossus and Storm, that's a nightmare.
We're going to
At
need
my
some
level, I
support.
feel like okay with that because I faced that before.
Yeah, but it's not very much micro from the Protoss. Like they just A move and storm and throw down some storms. And you like have to split perfectly. You have the EMPs, high tempos. Oh, it's a mess. Get the perfect position with liberators and all that stuff. Yeah.
So
yeah.
this is actually the only reason why I built the tank, but I am continuing
So
to build tank
liberators
production.
and tanks are really good, right? But it falls off. Like, so what I usually do is I don't make tanks in this matchup. I just make mines.
Okay.
So that's probably what I would recommend you do as well, because the mines also has a very nice place in the early game to take care of the
Calls.
oracles. Yeah.
Mineral cluster.
So I'd probably say you should just go bio mine for now.
At this point,
So
Hmm.
you make bio mine, you get the medevac count up to maybe 6, and then you start liberator production. Or
Okay.
Vikings if you see Colossus, right? Alternatively, you can start the Vikings early if you do that's like 2 base Colossus or something.
Add-ons complete. The command
That's
center
usually
has
what I
been
would
upgraded.
recommend.
Mineral field.
Yeah, because now we should have reached the point in the game where the tanks are useless, honestly.
Okay.
And here you really need mind. You really need mind
Additional supply
to deal
depots
with
are required.
if he gets charge lots,
Research
which is
We can't build
usually what happens. And he goes carriers. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happens in this game, and I'm just like, okay. I felt like I was somewhat ahead, and then I just die.
Mineral
Yeah, you
cluster
just need to
depleted.
pump Marines and Vikings now, pretty much.
A mineral field has been depleted.
Yeah, so again, your SUV production. How many SUVs are you on? 61. It's not the worst, but yeah.
61,
Yeah, you have a bunch
which
of
could be
you have
better.
you have way too many SUVs in your natural. This needs to be transferred like yesterday.
Mineral
Uh,
field depleted.
can't have 30 SUVs on this one. Totally useless.
Upgrade complete.
That's a big problem that I oftentimes struggle with.
Like
I
so
never transfer.
okay, so and you're getting mech upgrades. It's pretty damn odd. I gotta say. Like if you got the air attack, that would make more sense, but the
Okay.
ground attack, like, it's your one tank. Yeah, that one tank is gonna do some more damage. Awesome. It's not doing much. Like, what's your bio upgrade at? A 1-1. Yeah, that's not good. Your
Okay.
bio needs to be 3-3 should be started by now.
Center has been upgraded. Vespine geyser exhaust.
So what are you making? You're making more tanks. Why are you making more tanks? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I feel like you have no idea what you're doing now.
Correct. I mean, cause yeah, I don't know how to transition after the
Well,
mid game.
so my first tip is that tanks don't really kill carriers very well. I gotta say, not known for killing carriers. So that might be the first thing. So yeah, like these tanks are odd. This is a good unit comp versus Zerg right now, but versus Protoss, it's especially Skytoss.
The add-on has
Pretty
been
bad. You're adding on
confirmed.
more starports now, which is the
Upgrades
right
successful.
idea, but it might be a bit too late.
Yeah.
Add-ons complete.
So usually what I do if I'm up against Skytoss is Marines, Medivacs, and Vikings. That's pretty much the only 3 units I make. And mines. I always make mines. You gotta build something out of the factory.
No
Mineral cluster.
no BCs or
No. No, I mean, this is really unreliable, and they just make Tempest. So
okay.
they can easily just like if they just build 4 Tempests, like your battle cruisers are useless. Yeah, so it's just too late. You have the right well, except the tanks and the mech upgrades. Like you have the right idea, but you're just too late. You
Mineral
need to react
field
faster.
depleted.
Yeah, I mean the BCs. There's no way in hell you're gonna get up enough. Like maybe if you had 12 BCs by now, you could do something.
A mineral field has been
Um,
depleted.
But like it's gonna take another half an hour before you have
Upgrade successful.
BCs in any numbers that actually is gonna matter. So
Mineral field depleted. Research complete.
so yeah,
Upgrade
so the
complete.
biggest thing I want you to take away from this is the CV production. Might not seem like the most important thing here, but CV production is CV production. So what I would say is just take a game or two where you only focus on that. Like I'm just gonna make sure my SCV production is good. So you sort of gauge what it takes to actually do it perfectly. And then you're gonna carry that with you through the future and and hopefully it will improve severely. Because just realizing what it
Okay.
takes is just half the battle, right? So yeah, now you've reached the sort of SCV count
Mineral
where
cluster depleted.
you stop making SCVs, right? Around 75. That's usually where you stop. But yeah, this game is rough now. Like, I think the Protoss is pretty bad. Yeah, this Protoss is pretty bad. Can actually still win this. Because he doesn't have Storm. Usually you combo the Sky Toss with the Storm, and that's pretty unbeatable, but he doesn't have it. Like, if you just made upgraded Vikings and Marines and Medivacs, you could actually beat this.
I think his game plan is to have like an A move Sky Toss army.
Yeah, but like the
Um,
Sky Toss army is very strong if combined with Storm.
Storms aren't A move though.
No, they're not, but you need them. Because Mass Marine actually kills this right now. So yeah, like these tanks are
three Marines would actually be able to somewhat hold
these,
their own
these
against
battle
this
cruisers
army.
were great. Yeah, they just go in and die pretty much. Yeah, you actually well, you take a terrible fight. You need to punch down these rocks and just run out here now. It's just a really weird engagement. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we need to have a serious look at your. Yeah, we can quit out of that. We must have a serious look at your TVP like unit composition because that was terrible, right? So the only reason you would make tanks is if you want to end it in the mid game. Like the tanks are good
Okay.
if you're doing a 7-8 minute push and just try to kill them. The tanks are great in that case, but if you plan on the game going any longer than that, you don't want tanks, right? At all, really.
Gotcha.
So for now, just build mines instead. Reactor and mines. Right. So just bio mine, pretty much. And then ranged libs are great. So late game, you probably want to do that. And if it's Sky Toss, you make Vikings and Marines only, pretty much. You get maybe 3 starports and just pump Vikings.
Gotcha.
Probably one extra starports either way, because if it's not Sky Toss, then you just make Liberators instead.
Okay. So regardless of what build I'm going for, always transition out of main game into or mid game into building more starports.
Yeah, or more like mid-late.
Take
Like, this is after 3 base, when you're maybe taking your 4th. That's about the
Okay.
part where you add on 2 more starports. And you want
I'm
one with the
just-
Tech Lab,
Taking notes.
you want to get the Fusion Core at the same time, so you can actually get Liberator range.
Transition.
And
to
early
starport.
mid-game, it's all about the bio, right? It's just Marines, Medivacs, Mines. Right. Marines, Medevac, Mines, Marauders.
Should I have Marauders?
Yeah,
or no?
Marauders. Marauders are great.
So Marauders, Mines, Marines, Medevacs for mid game.
And then you add on whatever you need, right? So Liberators or Vikings, depending on. Sometimes you need both.
So
sometimes
if
you
I'm
need
only making mines, how many factories should I be on? Is it just
One.
one or two?
one.
One.
You-
Okay.
Sometimes you add on two to get the burrow thing, but I usually don't find I need it. I see sometimes getting the burrow upgrade, right? But I usually skip it. Usually you're fine just having one factory and producing 2 with a mine.
Are there any upgrades that work for mines?
No.
Weapons ground
No.
ground weapons upgrade
No.
doesn't affect mines, right?
The only upgrade from the not factory, the armory, you should even consider is ship weapons.
Ship. Okay, not even vehicle armor.
No, that doesn't do.
Okay. Alright. Sorry, maybe it's a stupid question. I just don't know.
No, it doesn't do anything. Like ship weapons are great. Makes your Liberator stronger, and the Vikings, if you have those. So it's usually great to get 1 or 2 of those. Those are not essential. It's more important that you get your bio upgrades. Those are priority number 1. But if you find you have extra gas or something, like get a ship weapon upgrade. That's great. But first and foremost is bio upgrades. That's what you want.
So do you suggest we do now? Should we
Well,
jump into like an an AI game. I actually got one of my friends online right now. If you want to play a game and spectate or
Yeah,
whatever.
that'd be awesome. Actually, that'd be really good.
Two.
So yeah.
Okay.
So just to elaborate, like I I think you could go bio in TVC. That's all I'm saying because the thing you kind of did there would have been great versus Zerg. Actually, if that was a Zerg game, I almost wouldn't have made any objection except the SV production.
Okay.
No, honestly, like you had tank upgrades, which are great versus Zerg. Like I usually don't get the armor upgrade. That's a bit overkill, but the attack upgrade is usually really good to get. So
So
I will try to convince you to go buy in TVC because I think it's better. It makes it less
okay.
confusing for you to have like
I'll tell you, my bio is not. I mean, I haven't practiced it as much. But for you, I will go bio.
I think you
um,
should. I absolutely think you should. It makes
okay.
it less
So
complicated. It makes TVP and TVC sort of blend together. Um, so there's not. Well, actually, the mid game is like pretty much the same. Like the only difference is you get minus for tanks, but like just getting the feel with bio is actually really important. And then in
okay.
TVT, I will allow you to play mech in TVT if you really want to. I'm actually fine with that. Uh,
Interesting enough, TVZ is the only matchup where I play mech.
okay, yeah, you can go mech in all three. Bio in all three. That's gonna make it the most easy for you.
Okay. Well, interesting enough, this is a Zerg guy. Um, any
Yeah,
preference
but
on map?
that's no. Just pick a map. Um, maybe not acolyte. That one's a bit weird, but otherwise it's fine. So this would be a great opportunity to look over some Terran bio then.
Fair enough.
So
Okay.
if you wanna, if you wanna make me actually not spectator, whatever it's called, referee.
Referee.
So I can actually pause and shit.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, jump in.
And you should be able to chat with the party if you want to introduce yourself or something.
No, it's fine.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
What am I gonna say? Oh,
So
I'm the best player in unit. No. Okay. Yeah. It's turn. Yeah. So 1-1-1. Open 1-1-1. It's usually the best way to do it.
1-1-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm assuming Reaper expand and then factory starport.
yeah, gas first. Factory and start.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go through it. I'll tell you, but it's fine. Can even pause. Yeah, the usual. So you messed that up. I don't know how, but you queued up one too many SUVs. You queue up one, then make the supply depot. You queued up two, so don't do that. Now you're gonna have a bit of
This is the SCV that I would send up.
yeah, and you shouldn't. So don't.
I'm
No, don't
sorry.
send it. Don't send it. What are you doing? We're supposed to learn. Do as I say. Here you go. Your barracks. Yeah. So immediately, let's talk about this. So you messed up the absolute first part of the game. So you make one SUV. You send it to ramp. You queue up one more. So you queue up one more. You queue up one more. You make the supply depot. Then you queue up the third one, right? So you're with me on that one, because your supply depot is actually like 5 seconds too late, or yeah, 5 seconds too late. So don't do that.
Game resumed.
It's a jumping. Okay, and you're
So
already
it will
already messing up your SUV production. Want to do that?
be
So the orbital is gonna be made on 19. So that's
okay.
it. It's fine. So one more after this. Should be right. I think you messed up a bit. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's fine. It's gonna be a bit late. So Reaper and then
Okay.
orbital, and then you save up for the CC. You can make the Reaper and then the orbital. If you want, you can SUV scout, but you shouldn't have to.
Oh, SCV scout at this point in time.
Yeah, but you don't have to. You can wait for the Reaper. That's usually what I do. Like,
Okay.
the only thing you will scout that's necessary at that point is quick 6 links. But if he does that, your Reaper can actually hold it if you micro.
And then after this, what should I be building?
Factory, refinery. Okay, factory, reactor on your barracks, refinery, and then supply depot. So reactor on that, and supply depot. SCVs. I'm gonna have to tell you to pull SCVs.
And what should be the goal of this Reaper?
Uh,
Checking for third?
Scouting, killing it. Usually for you, it's just get in there, scout, and get out. You wanna see that he has a second base. Like, that's it.
Okay.
So I don't know where you're sending your Reaper, because
I was checking for third.
so you see this, you can get out now. You're not gonna be able to micro that. So SUVs, yes, a starport. Starport. You can get tech. Yeah, tech lab on that one, on the factory.
Tech lab?
Yeah.
Okay.
Start some tanks.
And then I'm assuming constant marine production too?
Yep. Constant marine production.
And when should I be taking my NG bay?
Let's get the double one. I'm not sure about that. We're gonna get double pretty soon.
Okay.
No,
I'm ready to
not
make
that.
the NG bay when you say.
I haven't actually mapped out this, but we're just doing some. Yeah, so get a tank, get some marines. This should keep you really safe. And then get
Okay. What should I get on the starport?
a reactor. Start up a second barracks. At this point, yeah, it's probably pretty weird. I don't know. It's pretty odd. Should probably do a Widowmine drop or something. Yeah, I haven't mapped this out. Probably should.
Well, I'm building a tank.
Well, I mean the tank is good, so let's just get that. No, fuck it. Let's just
Alright.
go greedy third. Fuck it. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah. Just take the third. Start up supply
When sh-
depots at your natural, because you're gonna get supply block. That's pretty bad. I should have actually thought about this before we jumped in.
Yeah. So when do I get my NG base?
I can get him now. It's fine. I don't know why we have a medevac. I haven't mapped this out at all. It's terrible.
Okay. Thanks, coach.
Yeah, this is absolutely terrible. This is my fault. Okay. Don't.
With this with
We
this,
do have a so
factory.
get like 2 more racks or 3 even. You know, this is terrible. We haven't started.
Build an
scheme or
add-on
anything.
on my starport.
Oh my god, this is so bad.
Come on,
No.
Dan.
Oh, you should start your reactor on your starport as well.
When do I get my gases on my natural?
I don't know.
I'm assuming to
Just
do it.
just play. I don't know. You have too much minerals. Just make stuff.
All right, man.
It's fucking. I don't know why I don't know what I should have thought about this before.
Okay, it's okay.
I went through a similar building on another one of my coaching sessions. I don't remember what we did then. I think we did a Widowmine drop or something. Yeah, that's what we did. Oh my god. Yeah, that build was great. I came up with it on the spot and it was great. Now I just forgot it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is not gonna do anything. We don't have stim on the way or anything.
Oh.
So I wouldn't recommend this build because it's terrible.
Okay. Don't do this build.
No, no, don't do this build.
At least I know what not to do.
It was almost right. Oh, I need to remember what we did. I think I have a replay of that actually. Let's go over that after this. Let's play this out.
Alright,
We can
I like
no,
that
no,
idea.
no, it's fine. We can talk about some mid game stuff. 'Cause even though this
Sure.
was terrible, you're actually not a bad spot. So you can probably play it from here.
I
Okay,
don't
just
know
make
about that.
SCVs. Make sure you're making SCVs. I don't know. You have so few SCVs. Where are all your SCVs? Oh, you're 43. Where are they? Some are just sitting around. So if you control F1, you can gather them up. If you have that on F1.
Oh, they were misrallied. That's interesting.
No, so you have no SCVs. Yeah, make SCVs. Not making SCVs.
I am making SCVs.
Yeah, now you are. After I told you.
Fair enough.
I had such a good build as well. I didn't tell you to make liberators, but you should just make medivacs. And tanks. You can keep making tanks. Sure. Like these things should always be producing now. Tanks, marines, tanks. Oh, some of your barracks aren't making units, so make sure and get. You should have double supply depot production now. At all times. Or maybe 3 even. Yeah. Yeah, so good. Now that's a much better 2-2 timing. Oh my god, I had this mapped out. I'm gonna find that replay. So you can probably push out when 2-2 finishes. That's a good time. And also get the combat shield. Should finish it on the same time. So combat shield. Now. Combat shields. There you go. So when 2-2 finishes, so keep making units. Tanks, medevacs, marines. Units,
I mean,
units,
I'm
units,
floating
units.
like so much money here.
Yeah, then you make more barracks. I didn't tell you to make a second starport. Why are you making a second starport? We just need more barracks.
I'm making another. Oh, okay.
What are we gonna do
Sorry,
with
it's already too late.
that? We have no use for that.
Okay.
You need tanks though. Tanks. I usually get so instead of a second starport, you should get a second factory actually, and more barracks. You can make so you can make. You have 4 bases now, bro. You need like 8 or 9 barracks. So get on that. Yeah, make 3 more. There you go. 4 more. That's perfect. Add them to the hotkey group immediately. There you go. This is what I'm talking about. 2-2 finishes up.
Okay.
Let's push. Grab all your tanks as well. Yeah, combat shield should finish up in time. So where are all your tanks? You should have like at least 6 tanks at this point. I'm pretty sure I told you to make tanks, but yeah. So that's a good principle as well. You want to attack when upgrades finish. So be careful here. You have no idea where his army is. And also you don't have your tanks with you. Yeah, just fight. It's a good fight for you. Damn, Hydras are so strong, man. Yeah. Start up a second factory as well. You're gonna need it. Make units. Send reinforcements. Make medevacs. Yeah, keep pushing in. You can't. No, you can't. Keep. Okay. Leave.
Oh.
Yeah, his boost doesn't. Okay, you're gonna lose boost anyway. Okay, no, you don't. Just get him home. Get him home. Regroup. Regroup everything.
No,
Okay, now
I'm
you
gonna
just
lose
have.
all of them.
Yeah, now you just have some random marines running out there. Those are just gonna die. Yeah, marines on their own without medevacs. It's not okay. And your move commanding. Never move command ever. So never ever move command ever. Okay. You're not allowed to right click anymore. Okay. Because at least those marines would have fought back if you hadn't moved command. Now they just ran in there and died. So stim. Stim, run in there. Like, now you're just running back. Fight. Okay, now you run back. Yeah, chase. Make sure you have medevacs with you. Okay, bad fight, run back. Wow, fighters are good. So make units, make units, make units. Tanks, get a tech lab on your second factory. You probably can probably lift off your main. Try to land it. Well, you did. So yeah, we should really, yeah.
I lost this game.
Yeah, it's terrible. That was my fault. We need a much better plan. Like we're just gonna jump in. No, we have to watch the replay. I think I have it on NA even. Well, that would be amazing if I did.
If we had a what?
I think we did. Yeah, we did. So this is my other student actually did this one. So if you can make me leader, I don't know if your friend wanna watch this too. He probably doesn't have any use for it.
He would have a use for it if he was on a Discord with us. But I don't. That. Did you want to see if we can do a three-way Discord?
Well, I mean, you could do it if you want. I mean, I'm here, but we're just gonna watch a replay. I don't think he's gonna have this Terran stuff. I don't think he's gonna have any use for that. I mean, it's up to you. So if you make me leader, so we're just gonna watch the build. Because I don't exactly remember. I came up with it on the spot, and I remember thinking it was really great, but it sure as hell wasn't the thing we just did.
Okay.
So make me party leader. Yeah. So my student actually executed this better than me, so we're gonna watch him do it. Because I did it on the fly, and he refined it. Or we refined it, and he did it. It's just versus an AI. We're just theory crafting here. So we're gonna have a look at this build here. I'm pretty sure this is the one. Okay. So we're first gonna have a look at the initial thing we do here. So 1 SCV. You see there, you queue 1, not 2, and then you make them. That's important because you actually messed that up somehow. Then gas. Barracks. So far it's the same. There's nothing weird here. Reaper, orbital, expand.
Command center upgrade complete.
Factory, refinery, reactor, and then supply depot. So that part is a bit tricky. Have to make sure you don't.
Is there a reason to go for a 1-1-1 instead of 2-1-1?
Yes.
What's the advantage there?
It makes you a lot more flexible. The 2-1-1
Okay.
is like you're really short on gas, and all the gas you do have, you need to put into medevacs. So 2-1-1 is good, but it's very like you can't do anything with it. Like this build is really good because it's very flexible. If you need to get a tank out, you can get a tank out very quickly. Right? With a 2-1-1, you're really low on gas, and you're pretty much forced to just make Marines with a 2-on-1. You have no flexibility
Okay.
at all. That's the problem with the 2-on-1. It's good if you can control it correctly, but so
Add-on
starport.
complete.
So yeah, he messed up a bit here. But mine starport. So that's what we did, right? So we start double marine production. Then you get a mine.
Not a tech lab.
Well, we are gonna get tanks later, but unless we go mines, actually, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. We can go into tanks later if you want to do that.
All right.
No, no, no. These first two mines are very specific to this build. So then you get a medevac, right? So constant marine production start.
Is your typical TVZ build?
No, I do a 5-minute hellbat push that wrecks everything. Yeah, and then you get
2 factories?
yeah. So here you start up the second barracks. Yeah, so that's what we did. Yeah. So now you drop these 2 mines that you just built. So it's a mine drop,
Okay.
and then so okay. So this is the complicated part of the build. So as soon as the second mine is done, you start the tech lab and the second barracks. And then when the tech lab is done on the factory, you lift it up and build another tech lab or a reactor, depending on if you go mines or tanks. So versus Protoss, you probably want to go mines. So you make a
This
reactor.
is very similar to my TVP build.
Okay, okay. Well, let's look at what he's doing. It's gonna be very clear when he actually does it. So he's gonna lift off this factory here. After he's gone away, he's gonna drop. If you can lift off the factory.
Lift the factory.
Yeah, it's a bit slow. He should. Okay, yeah. There you go. And then he makes a reactor. So this is mines. But you could just as easily make a tech lab with that factory, right? And then he did this, which I didn't really understand. Because you just flip. So, well, you don't understand. And then you start stim. Right? So you lift
Okay.
off like that, and then you start stim.
Add-on complete.
This was a lot more messy. I remember it being. Yeah, and also you have double eBay started.
Add-on complete.
More racks. Factory. We also have some pressure with the mines. He forgot to drop them. So this is the general idea, right? Now we have like this is the setup we want on 2 base, 2 barracks, 1 starport, 1 factory.
Did you get the okay, and then get the armory when your upgrades are about halfway done?
Yeah, that's about the time we want it.
And at this point in time, you only have stim
Yeah,
as your upgrade.
and that's you push once Stim finishes. That's usually not.
Because your 1-1, because this is ultimately a 1-1 timing, because your 1-1 will finish while you're on the way to the Zerg base.
Yeah, yeah. I think if you can probably
Okay.
switch in combat shields as well. So all of that should maybe finish up at the same time if you do it well.
Okay, I like this build. I like this
Yeah,
build.
this is very Swiss Army knife. So,
I think it's going to be a little bit difficult to try to get. Oh, but we can try it.
we'll try.
I don't
We'll
know.
try. No. We'll go through it step by step. It's fine. Now I know it. Now the problem is I didn't remember it. I was like, what do we do now?
No worries.
Oh my god, BattleNet is so slow. There we go. So let's jump into this lobby and let's actually do this correctly now.
Once we get in, because my friend wants to grab a glass of water.
Oh well, if we can do this versus an AI. It doesn't really matter. If you want to play versus him, that's fine. It's probably better if we do it versus an AI actually, so you can actually do it without someone messing with you. Without someone messing with you.
All right. Exit this lobby then.
No, we don't have to do that. Your friend just doesn't have. Well, why did you exit?
Dang it. Okay.
Okay, so you want to play versus your friend or want to do it versus an AI?
Whichever you think would be
I
preferable.
mean, if your friend doesn't rush you, um, so if you please doesn't do anything to aggress him, that'd be fine.
Okay.
So because then we actually can talk about the mid and late game because we can't really do that versus an AI. So
Gotcha.
that'd be good. And no rushing.
Let me see if he's ready.
No rushing. Okay.
I don't think he's back yet.
We accepted the lobby, so he has to be.
Oh, okay.
You can do that remotely.
I won't rush. Wait, you're a Terran, though.
Okay, let's do it.
Which?
Oh yeah, he switched to strike.
No, he was playing Terran. He was queued up as Terran.
Yeah, but he switched.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's do this. No sweat. I cannot pause because I'm a spectator. Shit. Okay, you're gonna have to do this without pausing it.
I'm gonna have to be.
Okay, let's do this right from the beginning because you messed up the beginning. So let's not do that. One SUV. You queue up one more, right? When you have 50 now, and then
One
you
more
make
right
this
now?
supply depot free. You queue up this one. There you go. Now we do not make any SUVs until you started the supply depot.
Sure.
So that's the correct way of doing it. Now we start SUVs again. And we build a reactor now. As soon as you can. A refinery, I mean. And SUVs. So you queue up one more. There you go. And then you make the barracks. No, not one more. Cancel that. Good. There you go. Now you make another one. So you don't want to delay your barracks. Send SUVs to gas. Go. Now we make SUVs till 19. And then we make Orbital and Reaper. So one more SUV. 19. That's the magical number. And then Orbital, Reaper.
Oh, that does time out quite nicely.
No, it doesn't actually.
Ha!
It did because you delayed that last SUV a bit. No, it doesn't actually time out very nice. At all. CC.
Worked for me.
Okay, now factory. As soon as you can build a factory, you build a factory. Yeah, you can send the SUV ahead of time like that. That's fine. So factory.
SCV in favor of a factory?
Yeah, that's a map factory. Refinery, second refinery, and supply depot, and reactor. So reactor on the barracks. Yeah. There you go. SCVs. So I don't like this alternate Reaper path. So just get in, see if you have an
Okay.
expansion, and
Just
get
straight
out.
into the natural?
Yeah, see if there's an expansion and get out. Okay. Now you're gonna make a starport and start a mine, okay? Starport, start a mine. Nice. And then you're gonna start double marine production when that's done.
Okay.
Yes, your Reaper should be getting
Yes.
home. These don't panic, don't panic. Your Reaper's on the way home. Start marines. Start marines, yeah, nice. So that Reaper should be able to chase out those Zerglings. Yeah, another mine
Especially if he's not paying attention.
and a medevac. Medevac. Yeah. More marines. SCVs. Start up 2 supply depots at your natural. So start the wall off. There you
Uh,
go. And I don't
Hey, where
make,
happened to
make
my...
units, make SCVs. Yeah, start double eBay now as well. Make them part of your wall.
Been part of my wall.
Yeah, drop the 2 mines. Make a reactor on the starport. A tech lab on your factory. Make a second barracks and more marines. That's a really wonky wall. Second barracks. You should drop
one
the
more
mine.
barracks or
You should drop the mine. Drop the mine. Yeah, send that across the map. Lift off the factory. Make another tech lab. Yeah, let's go tanks. So you can choose what you want to do from there. Right? Yeah, more marines. SCVs and marines.
Build...
I shouldn't have to tell you. Marines and SCVs all the time. Start 1-1. 1-1. Finish your wall and start 1-1. Yeah. Nice.
When should I be getting another gas?
And pretty soon-ish. Mules. You're forgetting mules. I didn't tell you to get a third barracks. That's really bad.
Okay.
Now we're delaying our third quite a bit. I told you we want to go on to the third base with 2 barracks. Right. So we can start up stim now. Yeah. So there's some like base. Yeah. So you're not making SCVs again. Shouldn't have to tell you this. And also CC, third CC.
Continuing to build medevacs.
Yep, medevacs, tanks, marines, more barracks. Take the 2 gases now as well, at your natural. So yeah, about 3. You're gonna need 3 more barracks now. As soon as the CC started, as soon as the third CC started, you can go mad with barracks, right? Yeah, tanks. So I want to start building up that tank count about now. Can't, yeah. It's maybe a bit early with
I don't
gas.
have enough Vespine for...
Yeah, and also you need to be two supply depots at a time now. Because you're not going to be able to keep up. And also yeah, so SCVs. Do you have a bunch of SCVs standing around? No, you don't. Okay, you started a bunch of supply depots there. It's a bit of a panic move. Yeah, so you should push out when stim finishes. Try to get something done if you can. Or you can start dropping now if you want. Yeah, get
What kind
add-ons.
of add-ons should I have on my other... What add-ons?
Yeah, just get half of each, about. And
Okay.
more barracks, you're gonna need way more barracks, you have a bunch of money in the bank. You're gonna have to push out now. Or drop.
Okay.
Whatever you want. Both work. If you wanna push, you wanna bring your tanks.
Both of them?
Yep. Bring both of them. Build more tanks. Build. Units. Your barracks are just standing around. It's not a coffee break.
I never started an armory.
Oh, oops. Yeah, it's not the biggest of deal. As long as we spend our money, which we're not.
Ha!
So now our 3 barracks are gonna finish up. That's gonna give us some. So be ready to pick up and leave, because this might not work.
Oh, he doesn't have an expansion here.
No. Scan ahead if you can. You want to know where his army is. If you don't know where his army is, you want to find that out.
I don't have a scan.
Okay, that's fine. Be careful then. You have a Reaper. You can send a Reaper ahead of your army to make sure the army isn't. You don't just run into a bunch of banelings.
I'm on creep though, so.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Tank, second factory, macro. Don't look at that too much. Just go. You can probably just go back. Start combat shields. You're not making units.
Oh my gosh.
You need to be
I
making
need.
units, right? Units. Also, 3 barracks standing there not doing anything. Make add-ons to them. No, Marines, add-ons. No, cancel those Marines and make add-ons. We're gonna do this right. There you go. Boom. You can start 2-2 now. No, you can't. Don't have gas. Where's all your gas going? SCVs. Transfer SCVs to your third. Might want to open up your wall as well, so they can actually get out. Rally all your SCVs to your third now. And mules. Units. Tech lab on your second factory. Get more gas. You can get the double gas at your third. Push. Units. Start building supply depots again. Maybe 2 at a time. Be good. Okay, that's 4, not 2. So that's overkill.
Alright. I mean, I had the money for it, so.
Okay, yeah, you got
I'm
caught.
dead.
Yeah, you're dead. Yeah,
I'm
the
definitely
initial
dead.
build is good. You just need to. You have a bunch of tanks now. Damn, Hydras are good.
Well, they are 1-2.
Also, you haven't started combat shields. Oh, that's not good.
That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Should I guess I should incorporate getting combat shields as part of the build?
Yes, as soon as
And if so, when?
As soon as Stim finishes, Mike. That's a no-brainer.
Okay. Hey, I mean, like, you're teaching me a new build. I mean, I need to know these things.
Well, that's always like it doesn't matter what build you do. Always combat shields after Stim, like.
Okay. Well, I mean, if I had gone
you're-
from mech.
You're dead, but doesn't matter. Like your ecos
Alright.
and the shit. Yeah, we could just. Yeah, GG. Okay, so the initial build sort of again SV production. It's again a thing. So it's probably the main thing you want to focus on. But so maybe you don't have to do the exact build, but the general idea is you want to get 1-1-1, then a second barrack, start Stim, double eBay, and then get the third, right? 2 barracks, and then we get the third. So we want the 2-1-1 setup when we get the third, right?
Okay.
And then I like the mine drop because it put some pressure on, and then push when Stim finish, or start dropping. Alternatively, it depends on what state of the game is in. If you feel like you can't push, then drop. And vice versa, right? If you feel like you have the upper hand, just capitalize on that and push when Stim finishes, push when 2-2 finishes, push when 3-3 finishes, right? Just bam, and then you eventually want to get double tank production. And want to get the attack upgrades for the tanks, right? As well. So this is the main thing there. And versus Protoss, it's pretty much the same, except you make mines. Instead of double factory, you get double starport and make a ton of liberators. Right? It's the only difference. So that's it.
All right.
That's the main thing.
I think this is a build that I can probably adapt to my and adopt, excuse me, similar to my TVP anyways. So I think I can take this build. Yeah.
The double mine is pretty nice in both matchups, especially in TvP because they can kill oracles. So if you just burrow them in your mineral line
Yeah,
or whatever, if you
ultimately the
don't want to
reason
drop
why
it.
I evolved into the Widow Mine drop anyways, because I needed to build Widow Mines anyways for oracles, and if it became obvious that he wasn't going oracle or wasn't going to try to probe with oracles, might as well do something with those mines.
Yeah. So,
um. So yeah, I think I can practice this build and continue with this.
yeah, I think we'll wrap it up about there. So yeah, that seems
Okay.
good.
Well.
So but one thing I want to say is the main thing you should take away from this. If you forget everything else, that's fine. But SCV production, if you can just take that one thing away from this, I'm good. Okay. Because your macro needs a lot of work, so that goes first. This build is secondary. Just make sure you're making units spending your money, because your barracks oftentimes are just standing there doing nothing. I have to I have to be there with the whip all the time to tell you make units. And that should be automatic, right? That's the point you want to get to, where you don't even have to think about it. Just make units. So if that's the only thing you take away from this, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Fair enough.
So yeah, if you want a second session later, you can contact me. Whatever. If you feel like you want that, if you don't feel like you want that, and this is enough, that's fine too. It's all up to you. Um,
Good man.
so yeah, that's it.
I
So
think I'll practice this build a bit more
yeah,
before
now you don't
anything.
really have an outline. Maybe I should do it once quick. Just the initial build, so you have a perfect assessment of it. Just something to go
Yeah,
on.
that would be useful
Yeah,
if
that
you
might
can
be good.
actually put like that like on Google Docs or something, or make that public or something, so that especially if this is something you're gonna be sharing with all of
Well,
your
either I could send
students.
it to you. I could make it. I'll probably just do it versus an AI. So you get the initial build, and then I'll
Okay.
just send it to you. Yeah, I'll just send it. I'll do it now, and I'll send it to you. So you'll have it in about half an hour, and you have something to look at. Right. So yeah, let's do that, and I'll yeah. Thanks everyone who watched. If anyone watched on Twitch, no, let's do that. Even if I fucking did, but and YouTube, right? So well, bye, bye everyone.